Afternoon. Weiss gets it down towards Button though, who gets tackled as he tried to get the footy away. Good tackle by Rowe. Now coming through Ringen, handball over the top to Pickett, can give it to Button. He elected to kick it instead. Hands comes at it, tries to tap it onto Holmes, does well. Walks around, right foot kick inside 50. Carr comes out, good mark. The skipper leading from the front. And he's taken the grab 45 metres out. Hands on the head for Daryl Jones already.
Well, that's what they certainly need. There probably hasn't been... I would have thought they could have moved Julian Carr away from full forward and let him into the gut play because he's too good a player. That's a good grab, good sign for them.
So Julian Carr will shoot for goal. 40 metres out. Slight angle. Hasn't kicked one this afternoon. This to make the margin 16 points.
40 metres out, went back 50.
Yep, he's kicking from the middle of the oval nearly. He comes in though. With a lot of purpose, he comes in. Oh, don't think it's made the distance. Falls into the side of the pack, Corbett, and seeing it through the North Geelong defence in the end for a rush behind 10-9-69. The Belmont Lions, North Geelong 14-6-90. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, minute and a half played.
So using zone defence as well. So
Kane Harrington taking his time to kick the ball in, looking at his options. He's got... a pretty well controlled kick. He had Sam Hall leading to the flank. I thought he might have gone longer to Creed. Creed is still there, but Hall perhaps hasn't seen him. He's taking a long time. Now kicks back into the corridor, perhaps a bit dangerous, but no, he's read it well because Jamie Weiss is on his own.
There's a go.
Out wide. Troy Elzinger out there with acres and acres of space. Kicks it quickly to the lead there of Brad Scown. Hepworth. Oh, Hepworth slips over. That's the cardinal sin. Scown unfortunately can't control the foot. He finally gets it, kicks it backwards, goes back to Elzinger on centre wing. It's a bit boggy out there. I think they're having trouble controlling it. An absolutely atrocious kick on that occasion there from Elzinger. But luck is a fortune. Greed saves them, but he's gone. He's pinged from behind. Mark dropped on centre wing. Now Scown dives on the footy. And a couple of,
some tied players there.
There's a bit of complacency from North Geelong, I thought, in some of that play. Laurie players, although it is a bit boggy where the ball is now, and players are taking some time to pick themselves up, but it's out of centre wing as the ball goes in the air. Weiss and Holmes. Holmes gets a tap down for Belmont. Greed runs onto the footy, taps it along the boundary line. Elzinger going half pace. Finally, he can't pick it up and put to ground by Graham. Now a free kick against Zitko goes to Graham. Comes back into the corridor. Henry Button takes the mark for Belmont. Runs on. He eludes a tackle and runs a fair way. Handball to Hipworth. Gets the handball back now on the left foot under pressure. Gets it to half forward. And mark taken by Allen of Belmont Lions. So Belmont coming pretty hard in this last quarter. Kick inside 50. Brett Fisher. He's played a wonderful game. Brett Fisher led from the front as the skipper and has saved North Geelong once again. So... Fisher now looking for options further afield, and as Laurie said, players are very tired. There's not a lot of movement. He decides to go long and has kicked it straight to the opposition ruckman in Holmes. Takes a good mark, read it well, and looks now for options. He kicks along the boundary line. He's got a player leading across there, unable to get to the footy, and it's out of bounds. Half forward flank for the Belmont Lions. So we await the return of the football now. It's over the fence. Boundary umpire not required to go through as a member of the crowd graciously picks the footy up, brings it back to the boundary umpire. So it's just outside the 50-metre arc at the 4-minute mark of the final quarter. Ball comes in. Weiss and Allen. Allen gets the tap forward. Leading in the race for the ball there was Brett Fisher. Realised he was very close to the boundary line, so handballed. And handballed over the boundary line for another throw-in. Boundary umpire identical position to a moment ago as ball comes in. Good tap down, Allen, intercepted by Elzinger, dropped the footy. Play on, said the umpire. Coming through is Greed for North Geelong. He handballs it forward. Looking for McDermott. Handball to Friars. He handballs quickly to Barnett. Barnett now to half forward. Oh, too high there for Zitko. Luck is a fortune. The ball falls into the arms there of Ferguson. Kick on the left foot. Oh, gee, that was very lucky. Smith led a long, long way from the goal square. Hopeful, I think, that his teammates would get control of the footy. It happened through Ferguson, and on that occasion, Smith yards ahead of his opponent in foreign and has taken the mark. He'll kick from about 45 metres. on the left foot. Whatever breeze is left is behind him. Comes in, gets it high in the air. Lovely looking kick. It's not going to make the distance, and punched through by the defence. So the wind certainly has dropped, and that is another behind. 14-7-91 North Geelong. They lead the Belmont Lions 10-9-69. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 5.5 minutes gone.
So Foran from full-back for the Lions. This way home, straight down the middle. Wobbly punt kick, though, might be okay. Dunlop should have taken the mark, didn't. Graham got free somehow, did very well. Handball towards the run of Dillon. If it sits for him, it does now. Runs through the middle. Now he can keep running. He's run a long way. Goes to 55 out. Open goal square. Carr gets back there. Which way is it going to bounce through for a goal?
It has.
Dillon from 55 metres out has kicked the goal.
That should bring him to life.
His first of the afternoon, and the 11th for the Belmont Lions. They go to 11-9-75. They trail North Geelong 14-7-91. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 6 minutes played.
Yeah, look, I must say, when I was out there at three-quarter time, underneath the footing is quite slippery, so it will take a toll on the players. So it's going to probably get down to the side that's the fittest and one that can run on.
So at 6.5 minutes, well, we've still got a game in our hands. 16 points, not insurmountable on a ground like this. As the umpire about to put the ball in the air once again. This time it's Graham and Weiss. Perhaps North Geelong through Greed. Get the ball clear of the centre. Handball was to Kennedy. He kicks it inside 50. Bad bounce has probably been beneficial to Belmont Lions, but Smith it is. Runs onto the footy for North. Kicks it the wrong way. I think living in hope that he'd find a teammate. Kennedy tries to finesse the ball there away from his opponent, but can't do so. And he's forced over the boundary line with the football in front of him, and the ball will be thrown in the air between wing and half forward outer side of the Osborne Park Oval. We've got Holmes and Greed there to do the ruck work. Graham comes over the top and gets the tap down to Corbett. Handball clear. It's all Belmont Lions out there at the moment. They look to be running on. There's a player in front in double them, takes the mark, chips it over the top to Pickett, who's run forward and has taken the mark. Still at centre wing, chips it further forward to Holmes, the ruckman, who's run down the ground, and they're making all the play at the moment, Belmont. And Holmes now chips forward again. The lead was from Beck. He seemed to have all the time in the world, although Barnett arrived late after Beck has taken now. The umpire calls him to play on. Chips it inside 50 and reading it so well. Brett Fisher once again. He's got Marnie across the face of goal. He goes, gets the footy on the left foot. He's got Ferguson there if he can reach the footy, although I think all that Marnie was doing was looking for the safety of the boundary line, but North, had the ball been able to get to Ferguson, perhaps we're on the way there, Laurie, because with his pace he'd have, I think, got past Henry Button. However,
yeah, I think it was a bit of an off-break and was able to run away from him, but yeah, Fergie's the bloke they've got to get the pace from.
In the air once again, the throw-in comes. Attacking the football in the pack there is Belmont Lions, picked up by Dillon again, but Brett Fisher in the way for North Geelong. Looking for options further afield, hasn't got a lot to go to. I think Holmes in the middle is reading it pretty well. Fisher goes towards the boundary line, and the ball is over the boundary line. Well, the ball's thrown in front of our at centre half forward for the Belmont Lions. Great mark again, Brett Fisher for North.
Here's a go here.
Chips it into the middle. Scown has taken the mark for North. Now they're deciding to run, but there are not too many running ahead of the ball until Elzinger takes the mark just forward of the centre circle. So North Geelong are able to move the ball forward once again. So it's Elzinger in the middle of the ground for North Geelong. Has the mark. Decides to go across the ground. Has player in Barnett out there.
Oh, he's gone.
Barnett shrugs the tackle. Kicks it long into the full forward area. One-on-one there. Smith.
Yeah. Oh, Zitko.
No, it's Mario Zitko. Well, Sid Jones asked at three-quarter time for Mario to put on the big performance in the last quarter, and Zitko has taken the mark 20 metres out directly in front for North Geelong at the 10-minute mark of the final quarter. So Mario Zitko now goes back a long way and needs to nail this goal because Belmont Lions, they've mounted a challenge. North Geelong up to answering that challenge. We'll find out in a moment as Zitko now, he's gone back almost to the 50, as about to move in. Hasn't got a goal to his name, in fact not too many stats to Mario Zitko today, but he moves in now, and these are goals that are usually bread and butter to him, as goes back, beautiful kick, straight over the goal umpire's head. Zitko's got his first, and the steadying goal for the North Geelong side, 15-7-97. They lead the Belmont Lions 11-9-75. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 11 minutes gone.
Good to see the fan club happy with that, the Mario Zitko fan club down here.
Yeah, well, that was certainly a handy goal there, and if I was Daryl Jones, I'd play him deep back into that, where he actually took that mark from, because running around, I don't think he's his caper. Just leave him down there and go at him and just see what he can do. He's fresh, he's keen, he's had a little bit of a chat from the coach, so he's raring to go, so that's a good start. Might be the one they needed, I think.
So back to the middle, Weiss and Holmes. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Holmes gets it down, rode by Scown, on hands and knees. Tapped it out. Only as far as Celiaris goes, or high with the right foot kick towards centre forward. Allen goes up, takes the mark. Does well. And Hall comes down hard. Now Allen, wobbly punt kick. Fisher got a hand to it. The numbers with the Lions though. Doldham, quick reply. The veteran, goal. Does nicely. His first of the afternoon. And the Lions strike back, 12-9-81. They trail North Geelong 15-7-97. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 12 minutes played.
Well, Brett Fisher's played a marvellous game. He just couldn't get the finger tip to that and pushed the ball away. And once Rob Double M got that inside 50, that's bread and butter for him because he's a very good finisher of the ball, and that was a nice goal.
Interesting three-quarter time. Other GDFL games. Thompson 14-15, lead Werribee Centrals 8-6. Winchelsea 15-7, trail East Geelong 18-21. Bannockburn 4-5, didn't score in the third quarter. Belpost till 11-13. Anarchy 15 goals 7, lead Inverleigh 15 goals 5, and Geelong West 5-6, trail Corio 24-15.
Back in the middle, Graham tries to get it away now at centre half forward. Handball, hands, or had it and then lost it just in the tackle at centre half forward. Pack develops, hands still on the bottom, and Allen there as well. The umpire will come in and ball it up. 16 points of difference here at Osborne Park. We've been playing 12.5 minutes final term. So ball up, Lions into attack. Allen and Weiss. Allen taps it down towards a little toe poke from Hands, comes on towards Ringen. Fisher kick off the ground towards centre wing. Ferguson to run onto it. Can he pick it up? No, he can't, but he keeps it in front of him. Gains 20 metres. Now he picks it up and runs away. Handball back inboard to Hardman. Gets a free kick for over the shoulder. Should be advantage. It's not now.
Umpire.
And Paul Smith on the end of it as he takes the mark 30 metres out from goal, but it'll come back to Ferguson. So he's in between wing and half forward. Andrew Ferguson. He goes towards Paul Smith, who kept going, and he can't take the mark. Off hands towards the side of the pack. Marnie's there, and also Greed over the top of it. Needs to get rid of it now. Umpire holding the ball. He did have an opportunity, and the umpire said yes, it will be a free kick to the Belmont Lions. Foran. Oh, tried to get away from Greed, then he lost the footy. But he's got some support, Doldham. But Marnie the other way does well. Then he loses the football, wants the boundary line. He gets it in the end and does well. It will be a boundary throw-in. Left half forward.
For a fairly ordinary passage, Laurie, it was a pretty good result for North.
Yeah, it certainly was, and it's pretty tough going out there at the moment. Probably a little bit greasy, a bit of dew coming on the ground.
So ruck contest. Flack and Holmes both get it over the back. Elzinger sits for him okay. Had it and lost it. Ferguson's there as well. He breaks free. Kick over his shoulder, right foot kick towards the goal square, 1-on-1, row, and through for one behind. So they go to 14-8-92, sorry, 15-8-98. North Geelong, 12-9-81 the Belmont Lions. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 14.5 minutes played.
So Mark Foran, he seems to be taking his time to get back to the square. You're right, Laurie, there's some tired players out there. Foran now, long kick in from defence, looking for, and well, almost found his teammate on the half-back flank. Ball comes to ground. North Geelong through, is that Kennedy? It's helped out by Scown, who attacked pretty high. The umpire said no. They had all had heads over the football as he puts a whistle on play and the ball will be put in the air. Looks like Simon Flack to do the ruck work against Holmes. Flack gets a tap down only as far there as Graham. The ball stacks on the mill once again, and I think that might be the go for North Geelong. I think they're happy just to bottle it up now. They're pretty tired. This time it's Greed, goes high. Comes down to Graham for Belmont Lions. Comes back, kicks it high towards centre wing. At the back, McDermott. Oh, free kick against McDermott. He pulled down Allen in the marking contest. So Michael Allen, he's got Button in the middle of the ground, ignores him, goes straight towards the goal. The leaders come down there. Oh, Pryor stood his ground, does well. Hardman, he's helped out there. The handball comes out to McDermott. Oh, great kick from McDermott, finds Scown. Handball quickly to the running player in Bowman. Bowman now kicks inside 50. Smith leads in the race to the footy. He's got no one to kick the footy to. He's got Elzinger running onto it. He's 1 out against 3. He's going to have to take him on. Great tackle there by the Belmont defence, and there's great work by Rowe also. Dives in after the footy, gets it to Elzinger somehow. He gets the left foot to it. Coming to meet the ball is Zitko. Can't control it. Big punch away for the Lions defence. Rowe, attacking the football was Marnie. Handball forward, and as far as Holmes takes his time, runs out of trouble, looks for Button. He's got 2 to beat. Brett Fisher makes a marking contest, double them off the ground, kicks it high in the air, attacking the football. Corbett can't control it. Scown, he does, gets clear, can't keep his feet, finds Brett Fisher in the middle. Fisher now for North, runs clear, kicks it to the lead.
Beautiful
well, it
pass.
wasn't the lead. Mario Zitko was going to head back for goal, but all of a sudden saw the ball was coming towards him. Magnificent kick from Brett Fisher. And Zitko now, the opportunity for 2 goals in a matter of 5 minutes as he's taken the mark 35 metres out, almost directly in front. So Zitko now, he's gone back a long way, outside 50.
Well, this is his routine and his setup, Eric.
It is.
He does go back a long way.
And as I said before, Laurie, you mentioned that he was asked for a big effort in the final quarter. And if he can kick 2 goals, well, he's doing the job for his coach and his team. So Zitko now moves in. Man on the mark. 35 metres from goal. Good approach, Mario Zitko. Oh, I think he's hooked that one though, across the face. And early in the day, the wind would have brought that back, I think, but it certainly didn't on that occasion. So Zitko, 1 goal, 1 is the 9th behind for North Geelong. 15-9-99. They lead Belmont Lions 12-9-81. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 18 minutes gone.
Foreign kicks in, outside 50, looking for, well, possibly Dunlop. Fisher's there as well. Cranage wrapped up, not going anywhere. We'll have a ball up, 50 metres out from goal. North Geelong into attack, led by 18 points. So a ball up for Weiss and also for Holmes. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Holmes gets it down to Graham. Tries to ride the bump and get the ball away. Does. Ferguson on a string and took a mark in between wing and half forward. Plays on now. Lead on from deep in attack. Great kick, Reid. Oh, could have nearly taken the mark, but his second effort was all right. Needs some support now. Try to get it on to Kennedy. Umpire said play on. Rat Pack develops around Greed and the umpire will ball it up.
There are just times I reckon Greed, Laurie, if he could hold his feet, would be a better player.
Yeah, you're probably right there, Eric. But it is fairly slippery out there, and he went forward late against Thompson, did quite well up forward, so it's probably something that Daryl Jones has got in mind.
Holmes got it down towards another pack. Graham then kicked it out of that pack, but out of bounds on the full. So a free kick at left half forward for North Geelong. Andrew Ferguson with the footy. And gets it towards Scown. Laterally, then he measures it to Cranage, 50 metres out.
Now this is all they've got to do, is make sure they
hit their targets.
Hit their targets and in the meantime kick a goal.
Goes to Scown, still on 50, so hasn't gained much in distance. But just making sure the mark was there. Smith gives him a lead. He handballs it off to Fisher. 55 metres out, he goes long towards the goal square. Pack develops. Rowe goes takes a great mark.
Rowe.
Michael Rowe in the goal square, if you don't mind.
The mark of the year.
And it was just set up for him, wasn't it?
He's about a foot shorter than his opponent.
And has taken the mark in the goal square, directly in front. He's kicked 2.
He's kicked 3 in my book.
Laurie's marked it down. So he comes in now, and he has kicked 3. Not without want of trying, though. He's put it through for a goal.
I think the fat lady can start singing.
So, well, the fat man. Maybe we'll get Philpott up here. North Geelong 16-8, 16-9, 105. They lead the Belmont Lions 12-9, 81. Buckley's Entertainment Centre. Final quarter scoreboard, 20 minutes played.
I can't see the super box from here, but there seems to be a bit of noise coming from that area.
Just put your hand out, Dick, to make sure you're still alive.
He's there.
He's all right? There he is. He's all right. He's okay. He's still alive.
Alive and kicking and cheering on his beloved Magpies, obviously.
Yes.
He's got plenty to say now, hasn't he?
Rosemary, if you're listening, he won't be home.
And Laurie, that probably is the steadier that North Geelong wanted. Belmont, to their credit, have come back really hard in this last quarter and made a game of it.
Yeah, that's definitely, Eric. That's certainly an important goal because it's given that breathing space now, and I think the sting's probably gone out now.
So 21 minutes into the final quarter, back in the middle with the umpire. We've got Holmes and Weiss. Done a terrific job, Weiss, rucked all day and gets a tap down on this occasion. Robbed in the middle, Hepworth for Belmont, kicks it to half forward. Hardman did well to get his body in good position, but Brett Fisher again, kicked it off the ground into the arms of Ferguson. Ferguson's away, goes to half forward. Smith can't take the mark, but he's
free kick.
Well, a minor touch in the back perhaps, and free kick was there. The umpire was right there. So Paul Smith, I think, based on his last kick 5 or 10 minutes ago, it's too far for him to kick a goal, but certainly earlier in the day with the bruise might have been some sort of a chance. He's got another footy to have a practice kick. Does a place kick. Well, it probably wouldn't be too many know what a place kick is. I shouldn't be saying things like that.
If someone wanted to drop in that hole, that'd be nice now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so Paul Smith, man on the mark at 50, moves in. If someone made a lead, would be helpful, but decides to have a go. It's a lovely looking kick in the air. He's hooked it across the face, however, and gets the distance, but a behind only. So 2 goals 4 I've got for Paul Smith today. 16 goals 10, 106 North Geelong. They lead the Belmont Lions 12-9, 81. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 22 minutes gone.
So Foran plays on from full back, gains 20 metres and then goes
straight to Jamie Weiss.
Graham, slips over just the crucial stage, falls to Ringen, handballs it away. Saliaris goes wide looking for Button, taps it on, past Fisher. Can he get away? Yes, he can. Goes with the right foot, terrible kick inside looking for Beck, chopped off by McDermott though. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. Oh, deliberate, but don't worry about that. Out of bounds for a boundary throw in.
We haven't paid one all day.
Couldn't have been more deliberate, could it?
So we'll have a boundary throw in, right half forward, Lions into attack.
Don't know how they've been paying a free kick right in front of the North Geelong supporters box.
So a boundary throw in. Weiss, Allen gets it down. Off a step, doubled him. Kick was smothered, comes to the back. Oh, there was a throw by Hepworth. Beck wrapped up, not going anywhere. Hepworth in there, Fisher over the top of it as well. Played for a free kick, didn't get one. Now it comes towards Kennedy, handball, Cranage. Creates a bit of space for himself again. Ringen gets it away to Ringen. To Doubledham. Doubledham goes up, and after the ball was kicked away, Fisher turns around with a bit of a smile. And the free kick will be relayed down the field to Allen. He goes into the pocket looking for Corbett over his head. Fries goes back. Takes a good mark in the last line of defence for the Magpies. Now he goes towards centre half back looking for Ferguson. Kept his eye on it. Didn't take the mark though. Should have in the end. Tapped on towards Button. Hall through the middle. At centre half back for the Magpies. Goes towards the middle of the ground. Now Flack 1-on-1. Does well. Oh, he had it and lost it. Now he needs some support. Fisher in there. Kick off the ground. It's okay for himself. Handball back inboard for Flack. Gets away. Got Cranage in support. Elects to go. Good vision too. Finds Bowman. 50 metres out. Just holds it up though. Couldn't really play it on. Smith gives him a lead. He goes in that direction. Good kick, and Smith will shoot for goal from 45 metres out directly in front.
Football.
He plays the position well, Paul Smith, Laurie, but perhaps often gets himself into positions where it's difficult to kick goals, but he's a chance this time.
Yeah, there's certainly a chance this time, yeah. I mean, I think that's goes with the full forward position, doesn't it? Sometimes you get in those awkward positions, you don't deliberately try to do that, but he's in a good spot now, here.
So he comes in directly in front, 45 metres out. Paul Smith, left foot kick. This time looks pretty good off the boot. That is the ball game. Definitely now 3 goals to Paul Smith, and the 17th for North Geelong, they go to 17-10, 112, and they lead the Belmont Lions 12-9, 81. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 25 minutes played.
Got a final score, MCG Essendon 16-12, Sydney 15-8. Not a lot in that at the finish. There is a whisper down the line that the Western Bulldogs got up and won by 1 point at Monaco. So I'll confirm that score for you.
So we'll get that for you shortly.
So back in the middle with the umpire at the 25-minute mark now in the final quarter. Ball goes up once again. Weiss and Holmes goes to Mark Graham once again. Long kick into the full forward area. Carr used his body well. Ball comes to ground. Well, poor old Daniel Beck heading for goal, and his teammate, I think, knocked him over. It was the call.
Got to get a free kick though.
But in the interim, the whistle has gone, and the free kick will go to Daniel Beck. Manhandled unfairly, in the opinion of the umpire. So the man on the mark is 25 metres out, almost directly in front, and the opportunity for a belated goal here for the Belmont Lions. And I guess we can say, Laurie, they've battled all day, the Lions, and they've really made a game of it.
Well, they certainly have, Eric. Yeah, they've put the pressure on, even from this last quarter. They were in it for a while, they just couldn't get the breaks.
So Daniel Beck now, 2 goals to his credit, has, I think he's hooked that. The typical left footer, I'm afraid. Has hooked it across the face of goal.
It's a bad miss.
2 goals to his credit. So it takes the scoreboard to Belmont Lions 12-10, 82. They trail the North Geelong side 17-10, 112, Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. Almost 27 minutes gone.
Harrington kicks in, leader Ferguson, inside defensive 50, takes the mark. Oh, thought about going backwards, I think, to Harrington then, but legs to go. Through the middle, looking for Weiss. The big man goes up against a couple. Off hands, coming out at Hepworth. He can't take it. Fisher with the rebound, runs through handball, draws a player, gives it to Kennedy. Lead on again from Smith, has to sit and wait this time, punched away at the back of the pack by Dillon, and it will be a boundary throw-in between the forward pocket and the half-forward flank for North Geelong. Right in front of the car of the Secretary of the League, Alan Moore. Give us a wave, Al, you're down there. Looking resplendent. The boundary throw-in for Flack and also Holmes. Terrible boundary throw-in. Holmes ends up kicking it off the ground from the ruck contest. A couple of players playing for free kicks. They can't get any. The umpire will come in and ball it up.
Michael Rowe was perhaps a bit unfortunate. He was tagged by the jumper. Certainly didn't have the footy. He pulled backwards, but maybe tried to accentuate it too much. I think he explained to the umpire why he should have got a free kick as well.
The umpire still said no. So ball up, Holmes and Flack. Holmes gets it down, thump towards the boundary line. Now coming back, Ferguson. Comes back towards Weiss. Held on to, legged, said the umpire. And the free kick will go to Ferguson. Now he kicks towards the leader, Zitka, who he's got very, very strong hands, Mario.
That was a great mark.
And we'll shoot for goal from 40 metres out. Basically where Paul Smith kicked the last goal from.
I guess that's something you've indicated for a while, Laurie. That hole in front of the full forward's been there most of the last quarter and just needed for someone to move to actually lead into it.
Yeah, well, I thought there when the last kick was there, it should have been someone even a row. It's nice to go back and take a scream every now and then, but he should have been the bloke that ran into that hole, I thought, and left Smith back in the goal square. But anyway, that didn't happen. But
so Zitko has kicked 1-1 in this term and for the game. He comes in now. Pretty good kick off the boot.
Oh, that's a lovely kick off the boot.
Oh.
What? I'm blind.
One behind, says the goal umpire. You said that goal umpire from last week got dropped, Eric. I think he's joined us.
Yeah, I tell you,
12-10-82, the Belmont Lions, North Geelong 17-11, 113.
Look pretty good from here. I'd like to see that on the camera. The camera would be right behind it.
29 minutes played, must be too dark out there.
The kick in from Foran, marked by Button. Gee, he's got nowhere to go. Finally runs almost back to the goal square. Handball to Foran. He kicks short. Oh, Hepworth. Gee, that's a charity mark. I'd suggest dive forward. And in fact, what has happened here? The umpire, I'm really, I'm a bit flabbergasted. I'm not quite sure what's happened.
Ball up.
Well, he paid the mark and then perhaps realised it wasn't the mark, so the ball is thrown in the air. Comes to ground now, picked up by Greed for North Geelong. His kick is smothered. Belmont, well, the play was to continue, but the boundary umpire suggested, in fact, the ball is out of bounds. So now we'll have a boundary throw in. 30 metres from the behind post. 30 minutes gone, final quarter. I think the sting's gone out of it now as the boundary umpire comes back to put the ball into play once again. Flack and Holmes to do the ruck work. Holmes does well, backhands it. Picked up there for North Geelong by Bowman. Handballs forward, but once again over the boundary line. I think a lot of players, Laurie, just waiting for the final siren there. And
yeah, the quicker the better now.
Sooner rather than later by the look of it. As the boundary umpire about to put it in once again. Flack, he gets the tap backwards on this occasion. As far as Cranich, crashes through a tackle, gets the ball towards full forward. Oh, Sitko almost the big mark in front of the pack follows up. It's kicked off the ground for the Belmont Lions and out of bounds on the full. Michael Rowe's just broken the world 100-metre record to get to that football and is going to take the kick. I reckon he was fourth in line, but Michael Rowe certainly has the footy. It will be a very good kick to get a goal from there. Henry Button is 40 metres from goal on the boundary line, and Michael Rowe will have to kick it now, looking for options. Decides to come inboard to Scown. Unfortunately, he's come unstuck because intercepting was Rod Doubledham, and he reads the game pretty well, Rod, and taken the mark. Now, he's nearly done likewise, although he's gone across the face of the goal and picked up Holmes. He's kicked at the middle of the ground, and the mark taken by Troy Elzinga as the siren sounds for the completion of our game here at Osborne Park. The final score shows North Geelong 17 goals 11, 113 have defeated Belmont Lions 12-10, 82.
In that final term, North Geelong managed 3 goals 5, the Belmont Lions 2 goals 2, and in the end it was a 31-point win to the North Geelong side. Goal kickers this afternoon, 3 to Paul Smith, 3 to Michael Rowan, 2 each to Troy Greed, Andrew Ferguson, Joel Page for North Geelong. The singles, Troy Elzinga, Stewie Marnie, Mario Zitko, Simon Flack and Brad Scown. While for Belmont, 3 each to Josh Molan and Jared Corbett, 2 to Daniel Beck, and singles to Rod Doubledham, Henry Button, Paul Hands and Brenton Dillon. But in the end, a 31-point win for the Magpies. 17-11, 113 have defeated the Belmont Lions. 12-10, 82. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the final siren. Thanks to Australian Treated Pine. We'll have our wrap of the day in football. You're listening to 94.7, the Pulse, your home of local football.